fans, defending NBA champions, enjoying singing along to the Canadian national anthem, performed by Linda Lind. We'll be back in just a moment. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Toronto, they're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
And I think for Toronto, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And a corner three, in some cases, is worth 4 points in practice. And that encourages players to take that high-value shot. There's a lot of coaches thinking outside the box by drawing new boxes on the court. Kevin?
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the center. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Lowry for three, connects from three-point range.
Hey, a part of being a good floor general is understanding when it's your shot to take. Nice read by Lowry.
Thompson outside. Thompson is double. Pass to Chris. Jacks up a three. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Curry wide open. Siakam pulls it in. Nice game for the Warriors. It was a loss to Brooklyn. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's blocked. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green, no luck.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Got a hand on it. Here's Siakam. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper, I'll take it.
Here's Curry, and Curry throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And the Raptors with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ibaka. The Warriors pull it in. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
You know, they take 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and exercise in frustration. I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Siakam outside. Green with the rebound.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Here's Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
Going deep into his bag of tricks, Steph beats good defense with a great move.
Siakam outside. And stolen by Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Beautiful feed by Draymond. He plays a physical game, but he also has great awareness and skill.
Passes it to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Anunoby. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Ibaka. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Defensively there, you have to account for Serge Ibaka. Counters with a 3 of his own.
Lowry against Curry. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Outside for Lowry. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
So often, Lowry's the guy setting up other guys on this type of play. This time, he finishes with a catch and shoot.
Now the pass to Wiggins. Now Chris. That 3 off the mark. Here's Anunoby, guarded by Green. Unloads from 9. That one, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Wiggins drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
The first free throw is good.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And both free throws good for Wiggins.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so here's Toronto. 4-point game. Lowry against Curry. 6 to shoot. From the baseline. Deflected by Green.
He's a tremendous defender. Draymond Green all over that shot.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Wiggins. It's rebounded by Anunoby. You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. And here is Van Vliet. And Lowry has it in the corner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Well, we've seen it before. We're certainly seeing it right now, Smitty. The super team phenomena. Is there anything the league can or should do about that?
What I think they can do is being able to allow players to sign a longer-term deal. If a guy is, I would say, under contract for 6, 7, 8 years, then you won't see as much movement. But if you have these guys who are making so much money off the court from their endorsements, they're going to keep signing shorter deals so they'll have the leverage to be able to move.
Now here's Curry, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Puts it up from 12. They get the rebound, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Raptors in second.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, the former UCLA Bruin, Kevon Looney. Not a top option, but he knows how to contribute.
I love the energy and movement that Looney plays with. Doesn't create a lot on his own, but he always picks his spots. And he can finish a play if you take your eye off him.
The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. That one misses.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent. He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Hollis Jefferson, good.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Davis against Curry. To the paint. Here's Pascal. It's blocked, and they get it back. Poke loose. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. Averaging about 23 points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Now here's Curry. He's got 10. With some arc. Nails the baby hook. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. 8 points his last outing. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Gasol. He doesn't hit that one. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's Poole. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
First one falls for him. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Toronto trailing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Boucher. Davis with it. In the corner, Powell with it. A three-pointer off the mark. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Poole, defended by Gasol. He can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. He dishes it to Powell. Pass to Davis. Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Poole. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Now here is Davis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gasol kicks to Powell. There's the three. The Warriors pull it in. 1:31 left in the first. Down low, Poole. He trains the quick shot. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Bounce pass, Davis. To stop the drought. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Gasol is so skilled at completing these and-one opportunities. You have to really wrap him up if you want to prevent him from draining the shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw good, Gasol.
It's interesting, Gasol entered the league as a big guy with raw tools. Now one of the most highly skilled centers in the game.
Here's Poole. He has 5. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Powell dishes to Davis. Clock at 6. The Warriors pull it in. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And that one, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And good that time. Curry's got 15.
I mean, Steph's elite scoring ability plus his relentless approach equals greatness.
Here's the three. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
Curry's unafraid to go inside, and he's a good finisher when he gets there.
Davis against Curry. Pass to Gasol. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Outside Curry. From past the arc. Cans it from downtown. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Range that extends out to the parking lot. How do you guard that?
Back to Davis. The pass to Powell. Gasol's in the post. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Pascal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The advantage of having a point guard you can trust. Steph Curry has one thing in mind. How can we score?
Now here's Powell. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. To stop the run, Gasol trying to free himself up. It's rebounded by Poole. Warriors leading by 9. Passes to Curry. They double-team Curry. Trying his luck from deep. And another three for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Siakam, sent away with authority. Now here's Wiggins. Defense is right there. Lowry against Curry. got a piece of it. 5 to shoot, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Smileage.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Anunoby, no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Thompson finds Wiggins. Now Chris. Golden State moving the ball around. Pass to Thompson. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Dishes it to Curry. From deep. And it's Thompson again missing. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Down by 12. Here's Anunoby. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Thompson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. And the Raptors call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
The Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 3rd in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery.
And providing the scoreboard they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Warriors.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Lowry. The pass to Van Vliet, and that one is good. Van Vliet's got his first basket of the night.
That's what you get from a veteran playmaker. If you get open, Lowry will find you.
Curry against Lowry. Thompson outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to. You expect them to make that, especially from that distance.
Pass to Wiggins. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
One of the league's best kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon. discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Wiggins, and it's off the back rim, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Anunoby, good. Smitty, you're talking about Siakam, the Raptors president. He's from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Lowry, passes it to Anunoby. Out to Ibaka, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Well, he might have come into the league as a shooter, but Klay Thompson is so much more than that now. He's a complete weapon on the offensive end.
And with Thompson and his offensive arsenal, it's something he's worked on.
He has, and most people see Klay as this carefree shooting guard, but he's worked hard to improve his game. His post game, he's finishing at the rim better, and his mid-range has been fantastic. He's improved due to the time he spent in the gym.
That free throw good from Thompson. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Raptors trail by 14. Siakam looking around. Curry against Lowry. Oh, good with the triple.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter, nothing since.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And the rejection by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
Here's Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you look at the development of how Klay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. You know what, Greg? You're right. Thinking back to Thompson, he had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Klay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And the Raptors call time here. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way to cool him down.
This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. Number one, the Raptors.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Lowry against Curry. Siakam outside. 4 on the clock. Stripped it away. Curry passes to Thompson. They kick it out to Green. And the Warriors miss again.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Van Vliet finds Ibaka. Good on the bucket. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you have someone with Ibaka's size and coordination, it's a crime not to get him some looks inside.
Curry passes to Looney. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And Looney sends it back.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And Green gets it to go.
Just another thing to love about Draymond's game. He runs the floor with a fury.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Lowry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots. They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of basketball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016.
Shoot 2.
Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
He misses the free throw.
You know, we see every year 1 or 2 guys drafted toward the end of the first round contribute well for their team. But Pascal Siakam has gone well beyond that.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Looney passes to Poole. Here's Pascal. Shot clock at 6. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Offensive rebound. Looney uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 21.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Davis looking for an opening. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
This is a big part of Siakam's game, the ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Here's Poole. He's guarded by Davis. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
Toronto with the ball. Raptors trail by 19. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside for Gasol. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
What I love about Marc Gasol, no matter where he gets the ball, he knows how to score it.
Here's Poole. Over Siakam. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Warriors on top, leading by 17. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, you watch Steph Curry. So creative, so skilled, but also he plays with that toughness for his size. He doesn't back down from any challenges. We saw that in the first half tonight.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Warriors leading by 17. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
And checking out the numbers for Draymond Green. How last month turned out for him, he's getting around 4 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Now here's Lowry. And there's the pass to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Pass to VanVleet. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's check out the stats for Chris. Just an incredible month of basketball. 13th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado. And more often than not, he prevails.
Aggressive into the teeth of the defense. Clay showing he's not just a threat on the perimeter.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Golden State moving it around. They get it again. Raptors trail by 19. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. The shot by Lowry, no good. Warriors leading by 20. Curry fires from way outside. Siakam pulls it in. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
On the free throw, no good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Raptors trail by 20. Outside Lowry. Curry with the steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. And after winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
Known for defense and rebounding coming out of college, Draymond Green has surprised some scouts with his early production on the offensive end.
Now here's Van Vliet. Begins with the block and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Warriors leading by 21. Now Curry. 26 points for him. And Thompson gets it to go.
Sometimes before Thompson even catches the pass, he knows he's firing.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Curry with the bounce pass. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Lowry. The shot will not fall. Wiggins with some nice D. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Tipped away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now Curry, following the 3-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins, and the 3 off target. Van Vliet with it. Great D that time from Green.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Now here is Lowry, 13 points in the game. Here's Ibaka, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, it's important to get points any way you can, and Ibaka's turned himself into a good free throw shooter.
And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Free throw good, Serge Ibaka. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Ibaka hits both of them.
A shot-blocking man of the world. Ibaka can tell you, not in my house, in at least 4 languages.
Here's Curry. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 28 points for Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry, tenacious on his attacks to the hoop.
Ibaka outside. Here's Van Vliet. Boucher passes to Van Vliet. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Chris. He feeds it to Wiggins. Nails it from the high post. Wiggins has got 12.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Van Vliet looking around. Outside Lowry. And Lowry gets double teamed. It's deflected. Thompson outside. Here's Wiggins. It's tipped. They get it back. Fades back. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
Ibaka, no luck. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Chris. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Chris has got his second basket of the night. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. With the teardrop, Wiggins with some nice D. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Thompson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And right there is why Thompson is one of the best shooters this game has ever seen. Amazing strength by him to muscle those shots up while getting hit.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Klay Thompson's game has evolved. Came into this league as a knockdown shooter. Now he's one of the better all-around players we have.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 5. Knocks it loose. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Poole. He has 5. Shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Poole's got 7 points in the game.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Now here's Gasol. The turnaround jumper. Count it. 7 points in the game.
Love seeing Gasol go up for the J, so polished from that range.
Thompson outside, out to the right wing. Pass to Poole. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. He hits the 2nd from the line. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Davis. Powell for 3. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Out to the wing. And the basket by Pascal. Pascal's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Here's Hollis-Jefferson. He's got 6. 6 on the shot clock. Left side, Davis. That one off the back iron and out. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Powell against Thompson. Looney tips it back in. Looney's got 5 points so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, Davis. And the pass to Gasol. Drills the baseline jumper. He's got 9.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Poole. 8 points for him. Here's Looney. Over Gasol. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Thompson against Powell. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
Toronto with the ball. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Back to Davis. Gasol inside. Looney on him. No good from Gasol. Thompson misses. And for the Raptors, they're shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Raptors have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors.
Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 6. From deep. Looney passes to Pascal. They could use a bucket. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Outside, Davis. And Gasol now top of the key. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Warriors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. He's guarded by Davis. Passes to Looney. Pass to Poole. This one for three. Rebound by Johnson. Raptors shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Outside for Davis. There's the pass to Gasol. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Unable to get that one.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Pass to Pascal. To the left side wing. Here's Poole. Rebound by the Raptors. Hollis Jefferson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Fast break, Toronto.
Hollis Jefferson. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Some changes for Toronto. Thomas checked in for Norman Powell, and McCaw is subbed in for Davis. And the Warriors making a change here. And he makes both free throws. The Warriors have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty, around the calendar. There's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season, and 24/7. You look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Johnson outside. And Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
Here's Lee, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
One shot.
Free throw good. Lee. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And here is Johnson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, for a player like Stanley Johnson, you are just waiting for the offense to come around. He has shown to be a solid defender, but that's just not enough to find consistent minutes.
First free throw is good. Well, it's been difficult for Stanley Johnson to live up to his draft spot of number 8 overall back in 2015.
You see the talent, Kevin. The fans are still waiting for Johnson to turn the corner with his offense. He's still working to pass the 40% mark from the field in his career.
And both free throws good for Johnson. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said it is hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting a 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Outside Thomas. Outside Gasol. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8-ball.
To the inside. Looney, and they pick up 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's McCall. That shot off. And it's the Warriors on the break. And here they go. Lee passes to Bowman. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Marc Gasol.
At the line for the Warriors, Bowman, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint of from a players and organizations with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Johnson outside. Wiggins with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
McCaw, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's McCall. Outside Thomas. The feed now to Gasol. Looking to end his cold spell. No good on the shot. The Warriors go the other way with it.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Pass to Thomas. Gasol inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 10 points in just the second half.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's McCall looking to end the run, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A strange saga last season for Patrick McCall. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him, and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
And the first one drops. The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking about a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
Bowman passes to Looney on the wing. Wiggins. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
McCaw, the pass to Boucher. Thomas against Wiggins. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's McCaw. Bangs home the trifecta. McCaw has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
The pass to Lee. Looney passes to Bowman. Poked away. Here's McCaw, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Bowman passes to Looney. 6 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's McCaw. Knocked away. Lee with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Lee gets the bucket.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Pass to Thomas. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's McCall. Johnson right side. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Thomas against Lee. Passes it to Bowman. It's deflected. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Pass to McCaw. Back to Thomas. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Goes back up, and Looney sends it back. Pass to Wiggins. Shoots from 14. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized four.
Warriors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles, and all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss, and I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Steph Curry.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
The Raptors making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And both free throws good for Wiggins. The Raptors shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Passes it to Boucher. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. Takes the three. And it's Looney with the rebound. Smailagic. He's guarded by Johnson. Six on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by the Raptors. Now here's Powell. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.